Welcome to the September 10th, 2024 LSP board meeting. For those of you in the public, I'm sorry we're a little delayed. We had some technical difficulties this afternoon, so hopefully those are all resolved. I'm Diane Baxter, Chair of the LSP board. As always, the board encourages active participation. If a member of the public would like to participate in the meeting, please type a question in the chat feature. And I encourage all board members to turn their cameras on if they're able. Okay, I'll now proceed with a roll call vote to establish who from the board is participating today and to confirm quorum. Please say present or yes when I call your name. David Austin?
Yes.
Gail Batchelder?
Yes.
Kathy Campbell?
Present.
Craig Ellis?
Yes.
Kirk Franklin?
Yes.
Patrick Heron?
Yes.
Greg McBride?
Yes.
Paul McKinley?
Yes.
Jamie Smith? And Diane Baxter? Yes. All right, thank you. So we have a quorum and we can proceed. And Chris, in addition to you, we have 3 members of the public. Is Natasha Dix also present?
Yes,
Anyone?
Christy Lefebvre, Nick Capello, and Wendy Rundle are online.
Okay, great.
And I did see Natasha too earlier.
All right. We'll start today with the continuing education committee meeting. I will turn it over to David Austin this time.
Sure, I call it to order at 12:16. I don't think there's any changes to the agenda or announcements to be made. Meeting minutes from last month. Any comments or edits or a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
I'll
Second.
second it.
Any comments, discussions, edits? So going to the roll call to approve last month's meeting minutes. Paul? Yes is approving.
Yes.
Ann?
Yes.
Gail?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Kirk?
Yes.
David's a yes. Patrick?
Yes.
Greg? Greg?
Say Greg, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, Greg is, yes. Thank you. Old business, we had gone our court provider to ask for clarifications on how it was more applicable to MCP and LSPs, and they resubmitted and are asking for 4 technical credits down from 6 technical credits. It was a one-time in-person event. I make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Any discussion from the board or public? A yes is approving. Going to the roll call, Paul?
Yes.
Diane?
Yes.
Gail?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Kirk?
Yeah.
Yes. Patrick?
Yes.
And Greg McBride?
Yes.
Great. New business, there's a request for a conference. Brownsfield Coalition of Northeast Conference later this month. 1 to 2 technical credits. I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion from the board or public? A yes is approving the conference. Paul?
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Craig,
yes,
Kathy,
Yes.
Kirk.
Yeah.
David is a yes, Patrick
yes,
and Greg.
yes,
Great, thanks. The other new business requests are, these are 4 new. Namoa,
Yes, they had 5 last month. These are 4 new ones, that were submitted last week.
okay, so there are 4 new ones, there's live webinars. We've already approved a number of them. I'm making a motion to approve all of them, each with their own course number,
That'd be the right way.
like last time.
Yep.
Is there a second?
second,
Any discussion from the public or the board? So a motion, a yes is approving all 4 of the live webinars, each with a different course number. Paul,
yes,
Diane,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Meg,
yes,
Kathy,
Yes.
Kirk,
yes,
I'm a yes. And Patrick
yes,
and Greg.
yes,
Great. And then we had a reapproval request from AEHS, the conference UMass Boston, 2 presenter changes, which are fine with me. Do we have to approve them?
It's a reapproval because they have new instructors, so, it has to be a new approval for that. A reapproval,
So we're reapproving one of the sessions.
workshop number 5.
And the course.
Yeah, essentially the course was approved, it's just the presenters changed, so
Okay,
that's the only difference.
so that's my motion.
I'll second that.
Thank you. Any other discussion on the public or board? A yes is approving the reapproval. Paul,
yes,
Diane,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Meg,
yes,
Kathy,
Yes.
Kirk,
yes,
I'm a yes, Patrick,
yes,
Greg McBride.
yes,
Great, thank you. That's it for old and new business.
Namoa had also they had a reapproval for Namoa.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
one there. Same thing.
I lumped them all together, sorry.
They also had a presenter change for that.
Okay, so yeah, there was for the, it's the same. So we need to reapprove course 1816,
Yes.
62 by Namoa. That's my motion.
I'll second that.
Sorry about that. So approving the presenter change, yes, Paul,
yes,
Diane,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Greg,
yes,
Kathy,
Yes.
Kirk,
yes,
I'm a yes. Patrick
yes,
and Greg.
yes,
Anything else I missed?
No, you got it. The attendance forms will be sent out later this week and the course listing on the website will also be updated.
Great. Our next meeting will be October 8th, hybrid format, and I'm ending the meeting at 12:24.
All right. Next up is the Professional Conduct Committee meeting. And I'd like to turn it over to Kirk Franklin for that.
Okay. Professional conduct meeting, call to order 12:25. List of documents, the agenda, draft proposal, professional conduct minutes, active case list. Any questions on the draft minutes?
Motion to approve.
Okay,
Second.
you take a vote. David,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
I'm a yes. Diane,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
okay. Are there any announcements? None. To review the draft minutes, I'll turn that over to Terry. With the minutes, the table, the case table, that's the case table.
Oh, the cases, yeah, hold on a second. Just- Okay, so the active cases, 05C07. The oral argument in front of the Massachusetts Appeals Court has tomorrow, September 11th. I sent to all of the board members a link to the appeals court's YouTube channel. The Assistant Attorney General, who will be doing the argument for the Commonwealth tomorrow, said that she expects the oral argument in this case to happen around 11 or 11:30 a.m. Is that right? Or 11:30 or 12, I'm sorry. But the link to that I sent you is to the YouTube channel for the appeals court, and I did look at the channel. I believe that things are stored there too, so if you can't catch it live, I think you'll be able to watch it later if you're interested. Otherwise, I think you can use that link if you're interested to try to see it happen tomorrow. The next case, 08C03, at a quasi judicial session at the last month on August 13th, the board approved a settlement whereby the LSP would surrender his or her license effective December 31st, 2024, and agree not to reapply until after 12/31/2025. And between August 15th, 2024 and December 31st, 2024, the LSP would only provide professional services in regard to the 4 active sites where the LSP is currently listed as LSP of record. We will also be having a short quasi today to talk about one more issue in that case. 12C01, that one is still on hold for the moment. 18C01, there's an interview with the LSP scheduled for October 4th. 18C02, the CRT had a preliminary meeting yesterday. There was some scheduling difficulties, so I spoke with each of the board members in the CRT separately. We will be scheduling another meeting for some time in October or November. And that's it for the active cases.
Okay, is there any new business?
Complaint 23C01, I think we have to back up one line.
Okay,
New business, the screening team has a recommendation for the committee here. I'll give a brief background, and then I'll get into the recommendation. You might recall this complaint was filed back in July 2023 by a private party against an LSP that the complainant hired to respond to a gasoline release on the complainant's property. The contract amount was $3,630, and the work was to include a round of groundwater sampling and the submittal of an IRA status report. The complainant alleged that the upfront payment of 50% of the contract amount, which was $1,815, was made to the LSP when the contract was executed in December 2021. And then another $1,000 payment was made approximately 8 months later when the LSP arrived on site to conduct the field work, which was the well sampling, and the wells turned out to be dry that day. The complainant alleges that over the next 12 months, the LSP failed to respond to the complainant's numerous attempts to reach the LSP to finish the work, and the LSP never returned to the site or completed the contracted work. The unresolved work consisted of the well sampling and the IRA status report. The total amount paid was $2,815, and the balance of the contract amount is $815. The LSP provided a response to the complaint and indicated that an accident and subsequent rehab and recovery had limited the LSP's project work and its professional obligations. The complaint was initially discussed at the January 9th, 2024 board meeting. Additional information was subsequently obtained. And then on May 14th, 2024, the board voted to set up a screening team to review the case information and provide a recommendation to the full board. David Austin and Jamie Smith were assigned to the screening team at that board meeting. So the current status, the LSP completed the round of groundwater sampling in October 2023 and later provided the laboratory report to the complainant. However, the overdue IRE status report was not completed, and according to the complainant, the LSP spent all the money that was paid and recommended a new LSP to continue the work. The new LSP is in the process of assisting the complainant with a new proposal for work. As of today, the site is still in an NON status and has been since 2019, and no reports have been submitted to DEP since 2018. The screening team met on 3 occasions to review the complaint, the LSP response, and additional information obtained about the case. The screening team believes this is a case of a contract dispute. Similar complaints have historically been viewed by the board as outside the board's jurisdiction. Furthermore, the screening team does not think the allegation reached a level of misconduct involving fraud and/or deceit that is outlined in the LSP board regulations under 309 CMR 7.01 paragraph 5. As such, the screening team recommends dismissal of the complaint.
Okay. Any comments?
We need a motion.
Yeah, or a motion?
I
I'll
move to
second.
accept, well, I move to accept the recommendations of the screening team.
And second? I'll second. Any discussion? Okay, a yes is to accept the recommendation of the screening team. David?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Craig?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Gail?
Yes.
Greg?
Yes.
I'm a yes. Diane?
Yes.
Patrick?
Yes.
Okay, that passes. Now, any new business? None?
No.
Okay, next meeting, October 8th. And meeting's adjourned at 12:35.
Okay. Now we're moving on to the regular board meeting. Adjourning, calling to order at 12:35. Okay. Anyone have any announcements? Agenda additions or deletions? Okay, any comments or questions on the draft minutes? Okay, I make a motion to accept the draft minutes. Have a second?
Second,
Kirk?
Yep.
Okay, yes means you approve. David?
Yes.
Gail,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
Yes.
Kirk,
yes,
Patrick,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Jamie,
Abstain.
and Diane, yes. Okay, so minutes approved. All right, decisions regarding licensing. I don't believe we have any new decisions to make today on applications. That's correct, right, Matt?
Yep.
Okay, so we go down to applications and renewal applications, and I believe we also don't have any renewal dockets today.
Correct.
Okay, so renewal status report, Matt?
Yeah, so we, for the October 30th, 21 LSPs are on the renewal roster for that group. We haven't received any renewal applications yet, but they're expected in the coming weeks.
All right, great, and I think we have no other renewal related matters, so we'll move to licensing related matters. Matt, can you talk to us about scheduling of future ARPs?
Yes, we have two new applicants, looking to set up an ARP application review panel. The applicants are Lauren Brown from Cooperstown Environmental and Matthew Tate from Irwin Engineers, now Panoni Engineers. So looking for one LSP or at least one LSP to serve on a 3-member ARP panel.
I'm happy to jump in. Paul here.
Oh,
Yes, Craig, I can jump in as well.
can we have one non-LSP now? I'll do it.
I can help out.
Kirk gets it.
Okay.
Jamie is a backup, just in case. Thank you all. I'll be contacting you in the next week or so with the application and reviewing. And I'll set up the meeting.
Great. Inactive status report. Natasha, are you? There you are, I see.
Okay, so currently we still have 2 listed on inactive status. Our current number of active is going to be 415. For annual fees, we currently have 4 LSPs who remain on revoked status.
Okay.
All right. Want to continue on to total number of, did you already do that? Total number of LSPs?
I heard her say.
Okay, I missed that. All right, and annual fees report?
She did that
She
too.
did that too. My God, I like it. All right, exams. I get a demerit from for zoning out, I think.
I'll jump in here so you can take a break.
All right, exam committee. Matt, I'm listening.
Yeah, an update. The exam committee continues to meet twice per month. Recently met on August 21st and September 4th. The committee continues to revise existing exam questions and review new questions. The goal is to revise the current exams to reflect the new MCP changes, as well as generate a 4th exam. A psychometrician has been contracted and will assist the committee in the exam changes. The next meeting will be on September 18th. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Matt. Regulations committee, report from Terry on the recent committee meeting.
Yep, there was a regulations subcommittee meeting last Thursday, September 5th. There's another one scheduled for October 1st. The hope is, so for the one on October 1st, the plan is for the subcommittee to go over the few additional amendments that were discussed on September 5th. And also to review draft forms that would accompany the proposed amendments. And the thought is if we get through that on the 1st, to have the entire package to the board for the October meeting, or if for some reason we missed out by the November meeting.
What are the forms?
There are forms that have to be accompany any regulation package.
All right, yeah,
So,
thanks.
All right, thanks. All right, now, continuing education committee meeting, can David, could you provide a report from the recent committee meeting?
Sure, we met today, we approved one old request. We approved the conference, 4 live webinars, and there were 2 reapprovals.
Very good. Professional conduct committee. Kirk, could you give us the report from today's meeting?
Sure. We started at 12:25, reviewed the draft minutes, was approved. Reviewed the active cases. Case 05C07, there'll be oral argument given in court by the AG's office tomorrow. 08C03, we'll discuss in quasi. 12C01 is on hold. 18C01, his interview with the LSP is scheduled for October 4th. And 18C02, the meeting, CIT meeting is scheduled for sometime October, November. And we talked about complaint 23C01, was voted on and dismissed. And the meeting ended at 12:35.
All right, thank you. Personnel budget and fees. Terry, can you provide an update?
yes, there's nothing on the personnel fund for the budget. The board's FY25 budget is basically the same as last year's level funding, which should be fine for us to do what we need to do. And that's all I have in the way of an update.
All right, status of board member vacancies. We still have 1 open seat, but we had an application, we've submitted the paperwork, and it's still in the review process. It's, we understand that it's with the governor's office, so I think that's the last step, so we hope to have news on that soon. Let's see, report from quasi judicial section. Okay, I have a report that I'm gonna read from the quasi judicial session that happened after the last board meeting. And then we'll vote to see if we should add this summary to the minutes for this meeting. Dismissal after investigation of complaint 21C01. At a quasi judicial session held on August 13th, 2024, CRT members for complaint 21C-01, Ms. Batchelder, Mr. McBride, and Ms. Wood, presented a report of their investigation of complaint 21C01 to the other members of the board who were present. Mr. Austin, Ms. Baxter were present in person, Ms. Campbell, Mr. Ellis, Mr. Franklin, Mr. Herron, and Mr. McKinley were present remotely. Mr. Smith was absent. After presenting their report, the case review team members recommended that the board find insufficient grounds to initiate disciplinary action. They then left the meeting and the remaining board members discussed the report. At the conclusion of the discussion, a motion was made and seconded, and the findings were A, to find, based on the CRT's investigation, that insufficient grounds existed to take disciplinary action against the respondent LSP, and B, that the complaint be dismissed with a warning. The motion was approved unanimously. Throughout this discussion, the respondent LSP's name was kept confidential. Now that this matter has been closed, the LSP's name, Cole E. Worthy, is being made public. Any comments on that summary? Could I have a motion to add
Motion.
that summary to the
Motion
board
to
meeting
accept as
minutes?
presented.
Second,
Okay, very good. Yes, to adopt the minutes into adopt the summary into the minutes. David,
Yes.
Gail,
Yes,
Kathy,
Yes.
Craig,
yes.
Kirk,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Greg,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Jamie,
Yes.
and Diane, yes. Right. Just at the end here. Okay, I don't believe we have any other business. Our next meeting is October 8th, 2024. At the close of this meeting, the board will enter into a quasi judicial session and we will not return to public session. We're adjourning at 12:46 p.m.
Some people need to dial something.
Right. So everyone has the link to get back in.
It was a separate link for the quasi session, so leave this meeting and enter that one.
Yeah.